Hey dumplings, it's Dave Desai. Welcome back to my channel. How are you doing today? I hope you're feeling good, catching the good vibes. Only good vibes here. I'm feeling great. Today we're talking about V and this little kind of secret that has armies in tears. This is of course something that armies did not know, and I'm sure a lot of people would be very happy to know. This is definitely all good things, of course. I think you'll find this a bit interesting, and I definitely do have thoughts on it. We also do have Jungkook, who was seen kind of red-eyed and crying. This was of course during one of their performances. Both these things were found in the Break The Silence kind of docu-series that they have going on. So we'll talk about that. If you are new here and you're interested in this type of stuff, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and that notification bell to be notified anytime a new video drops. If you're a hater, like to be the first to leave your hate comment, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and that notification bell also so you can be the first to do so. Now I get a lot of questions of people being like, they have no idea what I'm saying. So I'm gonna try to talk a little bit slower and try to be a little bit more pronunciated. So let's talk about the Break The Silence documentary first. It's compiled of like old footage of BTS, and you get to see kind of the behind the scenes stuff of BTS. Some of these footages date like way back. It is available to stream on Weverse, so if you go over to Weverse, you can actually find the footage. So definitely check it out there. There's also a lot of clips kind of floating around like on Twitter and things like that where you can also stream it there as well. Is that legal? Is anything armies do legal? I'm kidding. This particular clip I want to talk about is our little red-haired little boy V. Of course, he is not red-haired anymore, but he was red-haired back then. And can I say, oh look, he invented red hair. This is obviously a very old clip that they just put out recently that we've never seen before. At least I've never seen it before. This was basically Taehyung's songwriting process and how he comes up with lyrics to his song. Because if you didn't know, Taehyung is a songwriter and he's a very good one. And it's very inspiring for any kind of wannabe singers that want to make music to see kind of a creative process from someone who's very good. He gives this like wannabe artist kind of fresh ideas in their head about how they can go about making music. Looking on to other singers and kind of getting information from them is a really good way to do that. Taehyung, from what I gather, wasn't really doing too much solo songs at the time. He was mostly just doing music with BTS. So I think it is very interesting to see him kind of write songs for BTS as opposed to writing for himself. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's obviously much more difficult to write songs for 7 people versus writing songs for 1 person. So yes, my baby daddy is talented.
We stand a talented king.
The camera kind of focused on Taehyung and his writing, going through photographs, writing the lyrics, and he was writing the lyrics based on those photographs. So looking at some of the pictures that he had taken to kind of figure out a story in those pictures to then translate them into lyrics. We also know that Taehyung is very passionate about photography. He loves little visuals and things like that, as do I. That's why I stand our little visual king. I mean, Jin is also visual king. They're all visuals, okay? BTS is all visual. I am super passionate about photography too. So now that we know that I am super compatible with BTS members and V, because him and I will just take photos all day, that'll be our first dates. He can photograph me like one of his French models. Anyway, erase that vision out of your head. Taehyung takes a lot of photos and photographs in general. Sometimes shirtless ones that will forever live on his phone that will never see the light of day other than Weverse. But he definitely takes great photos, and Winter Bear is definitely a great example of kind of the visual eye that he has. Like his vision of how films should look and what his visual preferences are. Like the way it's shot, the way it's filmed is all very good. The colors of it, everything. V did direct the music video for Winter Bear, if you did not know. And to me, it was one of the best music videos I've ever seen. Just because it felt more personal than a lot of other music videos out there. It didn't feel like a huge production team behind it. It felt more like it was him, us, the camera, the visuals, and then we got to really know everyone on screen. Who knows? Maybe there was a huge production team behind it and I just didn't know. But it didn't give off that feel to me. Which also makes me theorize that all the visuals and the aesthetics of the music video was planned before Winter Bear was even written. And I love that. I love that he is a visual queen. Mind you, this is my theory. We don't know if this is true. He is an aesthetic king, okay? If he was not a singer, he'd definitely be like an Instagram influencer. Maybe like a travel Instagrammer. And he'd have like the perfect feed. I hope he goes and makes like a Finsta like for that. That would be so cool. But it's a very interesting concept to have the visuals first, because if the image is very clear for you and you know what the song is going to look like, what the music video is going to look like, what the imagery of the song is going to look like, the song almost writes itself because all you have to do is describe what you're seeing. So he's definitely kind of a genius. In the clip, you can kind of see V sitting down at his desk and thinking for a very long time, and he ended up actually getting some lyrics down, which is very good. I tried to Google translate these words, but they don't really make much sense. I can't read Korean obviously, so I don't know where this is coming from. It seems to just be thoughts. It doesn't seem like cohesive sentences. It doesn't look like lyrics yet. So maybe it's like the thoughts of lyrics and then he'll just kind of put it together later. But if you're Korean, definitely inform me. I think V currently has like a notebook full of songwritings and stuff like that. I don't know. I mean, every songwriter does. That is my thought. I think I've seen him with a notebook though. It's definitely weird that he's writing this down on hotel paper, but this was probably before he got his notebook. If he does not have a notebook, please let me gift him a notebook. That'll be my gift, my first date gift to you, and then you can photograph me. Oof, when he gets older, please sell that notebook. Oh my god, it'll be worth millions and I'd sell my house to buy it. I love that V is always working and working so hard. He's always doing the most when he can obviously just kind of sit down and chill. And this is why BTS is as big as they are. They work hard to maintain their success and to keep growing. Now, I feel like this is a very unique way of writing. I don't know or haven't heard of anyone writing in this particular way, and maybe there is. And of course, some armies have gotten teary-eyed hearing that this is how V writes his songs. One army on Twitter wrote this: Taehyung talking about how he feels about photography and how he wants to write scenery expressing those emotions made me tear up. Oh my god, please. I feel the exact same way, honey boo boo. I look at a lot of their songs and the lyrics translated to English, and a lot of the lyrics are very scenic and beautiful. I wonder if the other members kind of write songs in this process as well. A great opening to a song can be to actually describe the scenery. Something like there was mountains and wind. See, look at me, songwriter. Oh my god. It's a very interesting way to kind of get people to imagine the scenery and to really feel the emotion of the song just as it starts. Amazing. Amazing. Just amazing. Another Twitter user wrote this: the fact that Taehyung uses passion for photography to write lyrics is one of the most beautiful things. For Taehyung, taking photos and see people, things through the lens, are a source of strength. I wonder if anyone has taught Taehyung about this process. Or did he kind of come up with this process himself? And then he just thought like, wow, okay, this is going to be the best approach. I wonder what process he comes up with when he creates the beats and things like that. I really think it's awesome that Bighit released this, because if you're a singer, this could be something like gold for you. Taehyung's creative process is something that you can definitely draw from. Taehyung obviously has a very great creative mind and is probably very strict on himself in creating this awesome art. And he probably gets mad when he doesn't create something that is good. But is that even possible? But I imagine a method like that almost makes making songs foolproof, like it's gonna be good. But Jungkook is also someone who is very hard on himself when he messes up or he doesn't get something right. There was a moment in the docuseries when Jungkook started crying after talking with J-Hope. The documentary revealed kind of a behind the scenes of a Singapore concert, and this was, I believe, back in January 2019. A photo kind of came up where all the members were kind of smiling, and then you saw Jungkook over there looking like he just cried. This was of course from the Love Yourself tour, and I'm amazed that they had this concert here and they didn't release it before, because everyone was asking why. They should have just released it then. But overall, I think armies didn't really suspect anything was happening. Like, they felt fine. They couldn't really tell what's wrong with Jungkook. Overall, I guess most of us thought he was okay. But the documentary actually revealed what was going on behind the scenes and why he was upset. And it's so sweet. Apparently, J-Hope has spoken with Jungkook behind the scenes and gave Jungkook kind of some really good advice. He was basically trying to tell Jungkook that Jungkook should not overdo it, and talking about performances, because Jungkook might get tired if he overworks himself. J-Hope continued to let Jungkook know Jungkook should be aware of his strengths and to not overdo it, because Jungkook is going to be exhausted also for the rest of the concert. I am of course paraphrasing. This advice here was of course what got Jungkook a little bit upset, because he was probably working really hard because he felt like he messed up on stage. I think it might be a bit of an understatement to say Jungkook is a perfectionist and wants things done absolutely perfectly or he's going to be very upset. I feel like he definitely thinks that he's failed if a performance is not perfect. Like if he minorly messes up dancing or singing, I think he kicks himself at night, which by the way, most people don't notice that. I've never seen any mistakes in their dancing or singing, and I wouldn't notice any mistakes either, because most of us are not dancers or singers. So I'm not going to notice if you hit a wrong note and be like, you should have hit that one, or that this dance move is slightly wrong. Like, them not even trying to dance looks better than my dancing. It's just not something that I would recommend stressing over, especially since it already happened and like you can't go back in time and redo the performance. I'm glad J-Hope told him this, because he definitely shouldn't be so hard on himself. He definitely needs to take it easy. Okay, take it easy. It's not a big deal. I just want to hug him. At the end of the day, it is just dancing and singing, mind you. You're not saving lives, so no one's dying if you dance and sing wrong. And that is definitely something to remember. It's going to be very important for your mental health, and us true armies don't care about that. We're going to get a good performance regardless, and we're going to be happy about it. But now we're a little bit more aware, if you didn't already know, that he gets really hard on himself when he can't perform. So it's definitely something to keep an eye out and make sure that he is okay. Let me know what you think about this, and let me know what your thoughts are. Leave it down in the comment section down below. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'm featuring this comment right here. Thank you so much for leaving your comments. I always appreciate that, so thank you so much for doing that. It means the world to me. Also, if you want to check out my Patreon, you can go over there and kind of contribute back to this channel just a little bit. It really helps me keep videos on this channel going and make them better and spend more time doing them. So please make sure you check it out. You can also get exclusive content over there, such as music video reactions, performance reactions, live ship reactions, whatever you want to see over there. You can also recommend stuff over there as well. I'll leave a link in the description down below so you can check it out. There's also 2 videos that will pop up on the end of the screen on this video, so please make sure you click on one of those videos, and I will see you over there. Bye.